What's going on, everybody? This is Crew Talk Sports brought to you by Crew Talk Radio. We got Dante. I am your host tonight at Vinyls. We got Trillo Betts on assignment. He might be popping in here if he gets his connections straight. Dante, man, week 10 of the NFL officially in the books. I want to give a quick shout out to you, though, man. Shout out for landing those Broncos Raiders tickets on Thursday. It took me to my first game this year. I had a fucking blast. I know we'll get into the aspects of that game, but I enjoyed kicking with you, brother, man. How you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Great game. I mean, everyone was saying, "Oh, that was such a boring game." Couldn't imagine. I was like, "Dude, that was one of the funnest games I've ever been to." Crew Talk definitely took over. We hit the tailgates, we made some friends, and then we carried the vibes in our section all game. I would say pretty well. It was a blast. Broncos got the win, which makes it that much more enjoyable. Good night overall.
Yeah, we were fucking absolutely hyped, dude. Like, dude, I had like the sorest motherfucking throat the next morning, dude, from just absolutely screaming my head off for 3 hours straight. Look, man, after now that we have a couple of days to digest this win, and after what we just saw in week 10, bro, we saw some divisional blowouts. We'll get to the games later when we run them down, but you got the Rams blowing out the Niners. You got the Dolphins blowing out the Bills. So like if it was up to me, man, I'm gonna take an ugly loss 10 times out of 10 rather than, or an ugly win. Sorry, ugly win 10 times out of 10 rather than an embarrassing loss. So what are you thinking about this game and this team moving forward?
Yeah, one of the things as I get older, I don't know, you're the same way, but like when you go to games, you talk to people a bit more and like what the vibes are, what are they feeling, and then I take the train, so on that walk from the stadium down to the RTD, I'm just talking with fans as we're walking back and forth, and the consensus seemed to be that at beginning of the season we were kind of hard on Sean Payton, like it might be his fault. Tides are turning, people are starting to blame Bo Nix a little bit and kind of get worried there. I'm with you. My vibes. One, I've never for a second thought Denver was going to lose that game. I just knew they were going to win, despite how ugly it might have gotten at times. I knew they'd pull it out. And two, again, I'm not going to apologize for a win on a short Thursday night. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was a perfect game and there's nothing to be concerned about. But at the same time, I'm not going to overreact. This team's 8-2. We see teams drop games to worse teams every single weekend. It happens. And you just can't apologize for a win on a short week. They did what they needed to do. Maybe they were saving some stuff for the Chiefs. I don't know. Maybe they're a little bit banged up. They're going to have a little 10-day mini bye. What was it? 7 games in 39 days or some crazy stat like that. So they did what they needed to do.
Finally got some time off real quick. Shout out to our boy Dak, man. What's good, bro? What's good? I hope you're feeling good about our Broncos, man. We got Trillo Betts, man. He's out on assignment. He's out of town right now, and he's calling into the motherfucking show, dude. Let's get him added up real quick.
What's going on, fellas?
Trillo Betts, man. I thought you were dead, bro. I thought you were dead.
Hey, I changed the name to Trillo Hunts, baby. Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, better than normal.
Yeah, better. Yeah, shout out, really couple quick shout outs. Elon Musk, man, Starlink. What a fucking effective way. We're up here in Craig, Colorado, hunting. Shout out to Bonkers in the wild, because Trillo Betts is now Trillo Hunts. He's in the wild. And we could change the name to Trillo Kills. Fellas, how we doing? I got a couple minutes. I don't want to up the Elon Musk Tesla shit here because it's not mine. Sam's paying for it. So,
real quick, tell us about that animal, that innocent animal that you just murdered in cold blood a few days ago.
Yeah, I mean, we put some meat in the freezer. I think that's just everybody knew I was gonna do that.
I'm
it
actually
took me 3
shocked.
shots, but
dude,
yeah,
I've known you.
Everybody gets surprised.
I've known you for 15 years, and I've only seen you guys bring home meat twice. So
yeah, true.
Well, hey man, this is it's Crew Talk Meat, man. We'll change that to another segment.
Oh God, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Speaking of meat, by talking about some nonsense. I'm trying to get the camera a little bit out of the light there. Oh, there's another.
We were just
the
talking
Broncos.
about, yeah.
Right. So you guys, I don't know if you guys brought it up yet. The division rivalry. Look at yesterday with the Bills and the Dolphins, bro. Catch a dub whenever you can, Dante. Shout out to your Dolphins. But I mean, it was ugly. Obviously, boots on ground. We were there. It was uglier in person. But man, just a dub in the NFL, dude. You're looking across the league. Dable's out in New York now, which should have been. I mean, that was a year late, but man, just catch a dub. We're what 8-2 now, Dante. We just keep moving. Even if we do lose on Sunday after the bye for the Chiefs, man, I still think we're sitting pretty.
Well, we've played ourselves into that position, right? Like where we can afford to drop a game. I mean, it's not going to kill us. And I agree with you, man. It's like you watch what the Rams did, where they walk into San Francisco and hang a 40 burger on their head.
Yeah.
Like you said, Dolphins blowing out the Bills. What was the other
Crazy.
divisional? What was the other divisional one? It was Cardinals Seahawks, where they just absolutely just destroyed the Cardinals. Like, it could be way worse, boys. And so I feel a lot better about that game on Thursday, man. A dub's a dub, man. We move forward.
Yeah, you just gotta survive and advance, man. It's kind of like March Madness, Dante. You know about that shit, bro. Just survive, advance. We're what, tied for first in the AFC, dude. I mean, if I wanted to win the AFC West, let alone win the AFC, are you fucking kidding me? I don't care if we win by fucking 2-0. Come on, baby. Fuck.
I literally said that today. I was telling someone, like, listen, we would have killed to be here 2-3 years ago. I mean, come on. You're not going to complain about a win. And Bronco fans are sometimes the worst, dude. They're ready to – I already see mock drafts of what quarterback Denver's taking in the draft. And shout out our boy Ryan on Twitter. He made a good point. He's like, Bronco fans are seeing if they can go through the 3-year developmental phase for Josh Allen. It took Josh Allen some time to get to where he is. And if we got to go through that period of time with Bo Nix, that's fine. We got this dude under contract for 5 years on a rookie deal. We don't need to make a decision right now. We're going to let it play out this year. We're going to let it play out next year, and then we can truly judge. I'm not judging anything with Bo Nix. And I listen to some of these like QB expert like Tim Jenkins on Twitter and some guys like that. They say that Bo Nix, everything he's doing is footwork related, which you can fix. He's not making boneheaded decision. He's just not having the execution like he needs to have. He's rushing.
Do you guys think? I mean, we were both there, but do you not think that it's not all Bo Nix, man? It's not like, oh, this guy doesn't have the tools to be successful. He doesn't have. Oh, shout out to Frosty, yo. But like, it's not all Bo Nix, man. A lot of it are these fucking bubble screen shenanigans that we kind of just do to ourselves, running the ball so effectively and then immediately changing gears on, just things like that.
Well, I think there's enough of the blame pie to go around, man. Obviously, Bo, he's to blame for his poor play. Sean Payton, it's part play calling, part. What can he do more to help Bo out? I was thinking, where does Davis Webb come into all this? The QB coach, because this guy was supposed to be, Sean's guy, right. and Bo has badly regressed. Let's just face it, boys. Bo is in a sophomore slump right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And one thing you mentioned
8-2, number one in the AFC, and it's sophomore slump. That's interesting. I might have to disagree there. He catches dubs, bro. I mean, but yes.
I mean that winning clutch gene, it can't be overstated. If QBs that have that, just a difference maker. But one thing I heard some people talking about is Sean Payton is calling plays with guys over the middle, and Bo's just not hitting dudes. He refuses to throw the ball over the middle of the field. So that's why we're seeing a lot of these little dump off passes, is because he's either making his first read, and if it's not there, he's just dumping it off, or it goes the other extreme where he's just holding on the ball way too long, waiting for a guy to get open deep and not taking the easy, wide open guys across the middle. So one thing that's a little bit frustrating to me is Troy Franklin, 9 targets. 5 receptions. He's your leading receiver again. I got nothing wrong with Troy Franklin. He's been a good addition this year, but that shouldn't be your leading receiver. What's Cortland Sutton doing? He had 1 catch again, or 3 receptions, 24 yards for Cortland Sutton. That we need some playmakers back there, or to help Bo out a little bit too. I'm not going to put it all on him.
Yeah, somebody needs to remind Bo this isn't Oregon, and Cortland Sutton is his best receiver.
Oh, imagine if we had Tez Johnson.
Tez Johnson's as tall as me. Frosty's talking about, I think I got to play Bo next week, man. Am I cooked? No, because actually the Broncos play up to their competition, so that game could be like really high-scoring game. But we were talking about it in the camper here, boys, up in fucking Craig, Colorado.
Oh, sorry.
So, like, which quarterback you guys are watching Monday Night Football? We're watching it. I saw he brought up on Monday Night Football too. Frosty did. Would you guys rather have, Bo Nix on his contract or Jordan Love on his? Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's Bo Nix still, because, like you said, man, we got to remind ourselves that this is a second-year quarterback, right? So, we thought there was going to be growing pains. There was through the first 4 games of last season, and then he took off. And then we were just expecting him to pick back up where he left off, but that's just not always the case sometimes, right? So I'm still willing to give the kid time, man. Like Dante said, he's got that clutch win gene. You can't teach that, dude. So I think we write it out with Bo Nix. Did you guys catch what Colin Cowherd was saying? Sean's boy.
Talking about they can move on.
Yeah, talking about maybe Sean just getting so impatient he ends up drafting a quarterback. You got mock drafts coming out already to have John Mateer, Oklahoma quarterback, going to the Broncos. So I don't know, man. I think usually when Colin Cowherd says shit, usually when there's smoke, there's fire, but I don't think in this case.
Him and Sean Payton are boys, yeah.
But I think that's, I mean, dude, again, yes. Is it ugly? Yes. Is Bo Nix eventually winning games? Yes. I mean, dude, it'd be different if we're 2-8, dude. I'd be like, yep, time to pull the plug. We're number 1 in the AFC, man. I think that it's not perfect and nothing will be, but I also don't think that he's throwing pick sixes left and right and making that. I mean, they're bad decisions a lot of the time, but he's not losing games, Dante. He's winning games.
Yeah, there's a guy in the tunnel on the way back saying, he was saying this team would win more games with Jake Plummer. He wants a game manager back there, like the old Plummer days. And I was like, Bo Nix can be that game manager. He is smart. He's not making like crucial mistakes, turning it over. But this defense is going to keep you in position to win games. And really that's what needs to be talked about is the defense saved the night. And that first drive when Genty had that touchdown, I was a little bit worried. But you hold Brock Bowers to, I think he had just 1 catch. Genty had 60 yards. So the defense was shut down, getting pressure, sacks. Geno Smith looked like dog shit. And I think that's because that defense. Riley Moss held his own. So I got to give him credit there. But this defense is going to take you, and defense wins championships in the playoffs. So I think what's going to happen is Denver's going to stick with Bo. We're going to get some weapons in the offseason. Draft, free agents, whatever. We're going to get some weapons on the offensive side, and then you're going to give Bo another year and then go from there. Anyone saying that we need to bench him for Stidham or look at drafting a quarterback, ridiculous. I mean, the top 3 college quarterbacks have been benched this year. Nussmeier, freaking Lagway. I'm not looking to college trade any of these quarterbacks.
Klubnik's not looking great.
Yeah, who are you going to draft? Mendoza? I mean, come on.
Ooh, Indiana boy.
Yeah.
Ev, yeah. Do you think this offense would move better with Stidham? Hot take, kid.
You know what the sick thing is? It might, because he's gonna be your system quarterback that's just gonna do what exactly where Bo is to more off script, likes to move around in the pocket. Like I just don't know. Like did Sean Payton he used to always talk shit to Russ about taking sacks, right? Did he scare the possibility of being sacked? Did he put the fear of God into Bo Nix? Now Bo Nix is just so flustered in the pocket.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to bring up something too. Jackson Dart and the Giants were winning the game yesterday. Russell Wilson comes in. They lose the game. The guy's just a certified loser. Just a turd. The biggest turd. Trilla Hunts. What's with the lighting? Or lightning?
What's with that creepy camper that looks like there was 70s pornos shot in there?
Hey, nobody's showered for days. Shout out. Nobody's showered for days.
It smells crazy in there.
Yeah, you can smell it on the pod.
It's just
no, hey, I wanted to give a big shout out to Russell Wilson for stinking up the whole fucking camper even worse now. But I thought that was funny, by the way, yesterday. No, man, I mean, dude, Stidham, we don't know what he has, dude. I mean, let's just be honest, but give me number 1 in the AFC, Dante, and give me the quarterback that's doing it. I mean, look what the Colts are doing with fucking Danny Dimes. I know it's Jonathan Taylor, but if the Broncos have their defense and the Colts have, Jonathan Taylor, we should have beat the Colts too. Let's all 3 be honest with each other here.
And
still
haven't been sitting down watching a game and seeing a leverage call called. Still haven't seen one.
We can't say that word. That word is a no-go. I got 5 minutes, boys. I wanted to bring up a couple more things. First thing first, Evan. I told you I would be getting your ass back in fantasy football. I'm not talking college. Obviously, that's a fluke. Spanked your ass this week in Sleeper. Second, my team is catching a dub against Anthony's Tacos as well. Great weekend for the boy.
Yeah, I mean, straight up comeback. That's you said you weren't gonna quit. I was trying to get you to sell off your assets. You weren't doing it, so that's looking like a wise move by you. I do want to bring this in if we can. The college results. Oh man. Oh, I can't even figure out how to get myself. Yeah, there we go. Check this out. So
What
real
a big
quick,
dub. What a big dub.
huge dub by your boy. I was an underdog the entire day. I closed out the app. I'm like, Dom's gonna beat my ass. At one point, it was like 90%, and I was like, I'm done, dude. To come back and win 0.5%. I got a first round bye in the playoffs. Thank you, Chillo Bets. You're the man. Okay.
Remember when he was trying to trade me fucking peanuts for CD Lamb? I mean, the guy just does shady shit, and I've won every week since that trade offer was made. We even went to lunch to discuss terms, and I just started eating because it was blasphemous.
Trade talk stalled. Yeah. So hey, good dub for you in the RFFL too, man. I mean, did you see your boy though? He put up like what did I put up? 236 points or something like that. Beat Matt by like 130.
Did I end up beating you this year? I can't remember. That's to see. Dante, how'd your fantasy teams do? And do you have any fantasy stud shout outs besides Jonathan Taylor? If you had Jonathan Taylor and you lost this week, somebody send us a picture because
me. I have
lost?
Yeah, okay. I was gonna get into this. I have Jonathan Taylor and I lost this. Well, I'm losing. I need AJ Brown to get me 30.
Oh, you're done.
And you're done.
Here's my team: Bo Nix, Courtland Sutton, DK Metcalf. AJ Brown has 3 points right now. So and I played against A-Chain, so that kind of canceled out the Jonathan Taylor a little bit. But I knew after Thursday night I was losing because I had 9 points from 3 starters.
Wanted to bring up something real quick on the Bills. Chillo Bets was right. I know I'm Chillo Hunts now, but Chillo Bets said the Bills depend too much on Josh Allen. And shout out to James Cook for not cashing our Crew Talk Sports parlay. It was always that phenom from Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka, with the first touchdown of Sunday, by the way, Ev.
Oh yeah, that was nice. Yeah,
almost called you on the mountain.
I know, but what would you expect from the Bills, man? They just played their Super Bowl, beating the Chiefs in the regular season. That's all they want to do, because then when it comes to postseason, man, their ass is cooked anyway, right?
I think so, dude. I think the Patriots are now 2 games above them. The Vrabel's team looks good. They went into Tampa Bay and caught a big dub. Baker's usually the kid that bails them out, and I think the Bucs are a little beat up, but at the same time, the Patriots are just rolling, dude. They're just rolling. Drake May's looking like I thought he was going to be sophomore slump potential, but looks like I think that they introduced Henderson at the right time. I don't think they wanted to bring him in too early, and dude, that's a team that if we had to go into Foxborough in early January, dude, I'd be pretty scared to do so.
Yeah, Travion Henderson, real quick, dude. I've been holding on to that guy for all year. Been trying not to drop him. I decided to plug him in. And then he gets 14 attempts, 147 yards, 2 long touchdowns. I don't know. You see that when you're a coach, you see that and you have to keep that guy on the field, right? Or is Ramondre just coming back and just locked right in? He's our number 1 back again.
I mean, look at Dowdle and the Panthers. I think at running back, you got to go with the hot hand.
Yep.
You're telling me, imagine if Harvey came out versus the Chiefs and had 150 on the ground. You're telling me they wouldn't put him over JK? I think these rookies, it just takes them a while to learn the system, and you can't play them on third down because they're pass protection. They're still learning all the pickups and everything. So it just takes time to adjust to this NFL. But yeah, shout out Henderson. He definitely had a good game. Patriots, shocking, 8-2, tied with the Broncos and the Colts, top first place.
I
never would have saw that coming. I mean, I thought they'd be better, but 8-2.
I had eyes on that game, and I thought that the Tampa Bay Bucs were going to handle Drake May, put him in his place. But, dude, I don't know if anybody throws a better deep ball right now in the NFL than Drake May. He just friggin' throws it up there. It's right in the basket. Those were the throws Bo was making last year, boys.
I told 100%. You guys you should have bought in on Diggs stock. I think that's 2 games in a row. Diggs snags a touchdown. Pretty steady Eddie, number 1 wide receiver for an offense that moves the ball pretty effectively. Yeah, what else? I wanted to bring up the Ravens. Are they back? They won 2 straight. Vikings, I didn't get eyes on it, but is it 3 straight?
Yeah.
Oop, Devontae Smith just scores for the Eagles here, which is great.
Was it a deep touchdown or?
36
yards. Yeah,
Okay.
36 yarder.
So
Yeah,
what's the score? What's the score? 10-0?
Yeah. Well,
10-0.
9-0. Dom,
9-0, but
on that
Go
note,
ahead.
with that division, so you got the Ravens sitting at 4-5, second place. The Steelers are 5-4.
And the
Bengals
Steelers look
3.
horrible too, dude. The Steelers. We watched that game yesterday when we got back to the camper, dude. I bet on the Steelers just because I had access and I was fucking fiending like Evan with a bottle of fucking you know what next to him. And I just put it all on the Steelers, hoping that they could extend the game, the division standings. And guess what? They can't, because Aaron Rodgers is a fucking horse shit. So yeah, yes, dude.
Oh
So,
my god!
I put money on that guy. I put cold hard cash on him, Evan.
So the Bengals are bringing back Joe Burrow. I don't know if you saw that since you know how much service up there, but
Yeah, he's practicing.
The practice window's open, so he's got 21 days. So that division's pretty wide open. Are you still? I'm out. I'm with you. I'm out on the Steelers. Their defense too inconsistent. Their offense inconsistent. But Bengals technically only one game behind the Ravens, and I think they play a couple times. So that's going to be huge.
So the Bengals, they play at Pittsburgh. They got a bye, which is obviously much needed this week. They play at Pittsburgh Sunday, versus New England, at Baltimore, at Buffalo, then versus Baltimore.
Yep.
Let's consider them out. And Baltimore, on the other hand, they're getting hotter. They're getting healthier. The defense is going to get better. They play at Cleveland next week, who's obviously fucking horrible because they lost to the team they play next, the Jets. Then they play the Steelers. They could be 6-5 playing the Steelers, get them to 7-5. Then they play at the Bengals. Yes, I do think that the Ravens. I mean, dude, that's why they were plus 100 only 3 weeks ago to win that division. Still, not a big believer in the Steelers, especially with Aaron Rodgers. Just that defense isn't consistent, man. Aaron Rodgers 7 years ago, I don't think he bailed his Steelers team out.
Yeah, it's tough. I had DK Metcalf and he did nothing for me, but I don't know. I'd like to see Joe Burrow come back, and I'd like to see the Bengals beat him twice. I would. I'd much rather the Broncos play the Bengals than have to find the Ravens in the playoffs, because if the Ravens can get it all together, they're still one of the best teams in the NFL. They're just in a little bit of a weird. They were in a weird stretch. They might have got it figured out.
I think they're pretty one-dimensional, though, right? Just make Lamar throw the ball, baby.
Make him beat you.
But like you guys said, I mean, the Cincinnati defense, arguably the worst in the league, up there with the Cowboys, and then the Pittsburgh defense, who 1 week they shut down, the Colts and that hot offense, and then last night you have Kamani Vidal running all over, and little Lad McConkey catching touchdowns on your ass. So
I know, yeah, Lad is definitely back. I think Johnson had a couple big plays too yesterday, but. Wanted to say, dude, we're still at this point where the NFL is still really inconsistent. Look at the Dolphins somehow playing good. You have the Falcons. They played really good yesterday, Dante. I know you had eyes on it, and, the Jets beating the Browns after they traded everybody. Who can make this shit up, right? That's what I'm saying. Just catch a dub, move on.
Yep.
But,
I agree.
well, I wanted to give one more shout out here before the Wi-Fi goes out. We're running on a gas generator, by the way. It's 14 degrees over here. Speaking of 14, Evan, Michigan State, 22 ranked in the nation, college basketball, beats 14th ranked Arkansas in East Lansing yesterday. Wanted to give a big shout out to the boys in East Lansing, getting it done. Evan, Cohen Carr, explosive player. That's your boy. Jersey purchase, maybe. If they crack the top 10, Ev, I'll get you a 55 jersey. Cohen Carr.
sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Trillo Betts, or should we call you Trillo Hunts? He is both of those motherfuckers. And
no G Money appearance.
G Money's resting. He's got a big day tomorrow. He's got to get his deer, so he's ready to go.
All right,
man.
Letting him rest.
Sounds good. Well, be safe out there, man. All right.
We'll see you guys. Remember, go Broncos. Big week. I'll be back Wednesday. Don't sweat it, boys. We'll be putting this on. Good work, as always. Dante, Ev. I'll be tuning in live. Maybe. We don't have that much gas, Evan, or warm water.
We're going to have each other's naked bodies to keep each other warm. You're going to be all right.
One big bed. Trillo cuddles. We'll see you guys later. Deuces.
Gas and water's low, but meat and vibes are high. I can assure you that.
Holy cow,
in that
dude.
trailer.
dude. And like he was, you see how he was gushing over Michigan State. I bet
Yeah.
you he was so gay and horny. I would want to be around. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that camper when that Michigan State
The
game
campers are
finished up.
rocking. Do not come
Come a
knocking.
knocking. Yeah, that's right. That's
Did
right.
you have anything else you wanted to touch on that Broncos game?
No, I just want to say, like, to the Broncos fans out there, man, and just calm down. I mean,
Yeah.
like, as shitty as it's been for the past 10 years, I mean, come on, man. If anybody, if I would have came to you, Dante, and said, hey, I'm not going to show you how these games have been won. All I'm going to tell you is Broncos are going to be 8-2. They're going to be number 2 in the AFC. Are you taking this before their bye? You're taking it 10 times out of 10, right?
100%. It's all about getting hot at the right time. I mean, if the Broncos offense was lighting up right now, I'd be a little bit worried that teams might be figuring out. So they're still growing and figuring things out too. I'm not panicking. Could be a lot worse. One thing I did want to give a shout out to, second game I've been to this year, but we're so spoiled with the Broncos owners from just like the game day experience. I mean, they just do the right thing. Did you see as soon as that game was over, they had the field crew tearing up the turf and they're completely installing brand new turf for the second half of the season. I mean, stuff like that, just no other NFL owners doing out there. The tailgate scene is awesome. I mean, we got spoiled thanks to Trilla Bets. We were in the Bud Light tailgate.
Shout out to Jordan. Yeah, I think Jordan pulled those tickets for us. So yeah, that was a fucking blast. Free beer, Broncos cheerleaders. What more could you want?
Made some friends. It was but just I see some of these teams and these other owners, and I'm like, man, we're so spoiled compared to where we were with that whole weird trust thing, and you didn't really have an owner. The team sucks. So it's a great time to be a Broncos fan, and this is just the start. We're just building to, I think, what this is ultimately going to be, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Bo Nix that's leading this ship for a while. That's what I think. He's got that Peyton Manning CEO type to him. And then that kind of, a little bit of that Brady mode, say it a little bit, where you just find ways to win. If he can just hone in and get better, that's a dangerous combination right there. So it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, I agree with you. But can this offense just give me 24 points a week?
Yeah, we need 24 a week.
24. 28.
I was shocked Lutz missed that field goal short. Dead straight, just missed it short. It was windy. I'll give it that. And but what about the punter, dude? Crenshaw. 3 of the worst punts I've ever seen in my life, back to back to back. It was comical.
It just comes back to like this should be the easiest place on earth to punt. I mean, you saw, dude, the Raiders punter was booting the shit out of that thing.
A couple nice kicks.
And we cannot, for the love of God, find a punter. He's a young kid. All right.
Yeah,
So I'll give him some time. But Crawshaw, that was pretty shitty. Just real quick, I know we'll preview it later, but what are your feelings on the next game against Kansas City?
I think I see on X, Kansas City fans running their mouth, calling Denver fraudulent, worst 8-2 team ever, light work. I mean, the Chiefs have dropped some winnable games themselves. So
last year, like, they won how many 1-score games that could have gone the other way? Like,
last year
they were the most fraudulent.
Everyone was saying the exact same thing about the Chiefs, so I guess it's fair. But I really think in this, and I think it might have been Fanatic Dak, who said this, not a fraud, but just flawed. And that was a great way to put it. I mean, this Denver Broncos team has flaws. We're not going to sit here and sugarcoat and lie about it, but they're not frauds. There's no 8-2 frauds in the NFL. I can assure you that. It's too hard of a league to win in, to be an 8-2 fraud. So you got to win that game, though, at home. If you want to say you're a Super Bowl contender, then you got to beat the Chiefs at home. That's just all there is to it. If you get blown out, panic button, it's sitting there.
Yeah. Agreed. 100%. All right. What do we got next, Dante? Are we diving into the rest of the NFL? Are we doing the fantasy? I guess we kind of already did fantasy, but what do you want to do?
I mean, we both shared our fantasy woes. You got anything else you wanted to share on fantasy? Recap. Like I said, I took an L this week, and I had Jonathan Taylor, which is just how do you do that? I need AJ Brown to score me 40. He's got 3.
I've actually seen a couple people that had Jonathan Taylor still lose. That is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling. It's just bad luck. It's just bad luck. If
one thing I think we should do, we'll talk to Trilla Bets, but I know trade deadlines are getting ready to pop up here in fantasy if they haven't already happened. So now's the time to start making some trade deadline targets. And if you're making a playoff push, if you're in a dynasty league, is it time to drop some guys and get some picks? So that's something maybe we can do a little segment on here coming up, trade deadline, because I don't know when your guys' league trade deadline is, but I think mine's next week.
Yeah.
It's usually the week before Thanksgiving in fantasy, I want to say.
See, like I'm a guy like me and Dom are definitely like guys in our league that are like really active. Me and Dom
Right.
already made a trade this year. I made a trade with my boy Tony.
Right.
So like I'm pretty active about it. But yeah, I mean, like this is when you take the chances. Like for an example, like Travion Henderson, is he a hold to you, or would you be like a sell high? Would you try to go and get something a little bit better, a couple more pieces that you need, or would you just keep the kid?
It depends on how you got him. If you picked him up, someone got tired of him and dropped him, hold 100%. If you could use like maybe an upgrade out of position and you could package, whoever it may be, disappointing player. I'm thinking like maybe a Brian Thomas Jr. or like someone in that category, and you could upgrade that to one of these high-end wide receivers, then maybe you consider it. Funny league story I'll share. So the first place team in my league, who I'm actually losing to right now, this week they dropped Nico Collins. Okay. I called them. I said, I think you made a mistake. You dropped Nico Collins. He's on waivers. They said, no, I did that on purpose. Picked up Quentin Johnson from the Chargers. They said they needed a tone setter on their team. Crazy move, but hey, they're first place and they've got a 2-game lead on everyone else. So maybe they know something I don't.
No, that is absolutely diabolical.
You could have traded him. They said no. I needed him out of the locker room. So
oh my
crazy.
God, dude. See, that's hey. Some fantasy managers be acting on emotion like that, bro. Like, I just do not do that. Do not do what that guy did. Hopefully you're in a position to get Nico Collins, man. You should definitely put in a waiver claim for him.
I didn't get him, and that's the thing that sucks most about it is not me not getting him, but now there's a team that just got better that I'm in a playoff push with race against here. So, yeah, I called him up. I was like, I would have traded you anyone for him. Are you kidding me? Rather than dropping him.
Something better than Quentin Johnston, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So,
yeah. That's crazy.
You never know unless you ask, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You never know.
That's a good point. If you're thinking about dropping a player, why not just DM? Put your player on the trade block or DM your league mates, and it takes no time at all. And you could probably have got something a lot better than Quentin Johnson for Nico Collins.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, what about? I want to ask you about Justin Jefferson, dude. I think this was his first game actually without double-digit fantasy points. Is Justin Jefferson cooked with JJ McCarthy?
Here's the thing with rookie quarterbacks, like they're gonna find their safety valve, and who is that guy? For whatever reason, it seems to be Addison. He's having him and JJ McCarthy just seem to have like that nice connection going on. That's one of those things where I just was talking about. Would you trade Brian Thomas and Travion Henderson for Justin Jefferson? Maybe that's the upgrade you make. See,
yeah,
I would do that. If you need running back help and maybe you've got a good second wide receiver, you're like, okay, I'll trade away Justin Jefferson and give me a good running back and then not a bad wide receiver. So it's just one of those things where like, what does your roster construction look like? What do you have to spare? But I think Justin Jefferson, that's when I might be looking to move because you're going to get a little bit extra just because the name attached to it there, the hope. But JJ McCarthy, he does a lot with his legs, which kills the fantasy for the receivers a little bit if he's rushing in touchdowns.
Yeah, so I did see that the Vikings wide receivers, they have the best rest of season matchup. So for fantasy.
Okay.
So
and that's important to look at too. Like who do they play during the fantasy playoffs is something that I always try to look at because if you got a 3-week stretch and you play, Denver and then Packers or some like couple hard defenses in the playoffs, you got to devalue that guy a little bit, I think.
Right. Yeah. 4 receptions for 37 yards. That is absolutely diabolical for being a first round pick. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. And it's just one of those things though, that he could be a guy you go after to get buy low on that guy. And maybe he turns it around. So yeah, man. I mean, I can't believe, dude, the season is flying by, dude. I can't believe we're right before the trade deadline. Fantasy playoffs are going to be here before you know it. So it's time to lock in.
I heard a crazy stat today. the college football's, like schedule is so weird because the season ends in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but then the national championship game is not until end of December. The college football is halfway. They're just as close to the start of the season as they are to the actual national championship, and they only have 3 weeks left. That's just kind of crazy to me? Like all that dead period waiting time, it's ridiculous.
Mind blowing. Josh Jacobs gets into the end zone. Some more fantasy points for you guys out there.
This might be a good little finish here.
Might be. How much time's left?
5 minutes and 40 seconds. Eagles got the ball.
It's in the third.
Packers score. Fourth quarter. It's going quick.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, Dante, you're going to have to come with some updates. We'll get into the rest of some NFL games, quick breakdown. But first, a word from our sponsor.
One Offs Plus by the lamps we lit. You can decorate your home, you can get them as a gift. You can modify your own, you can make them as you wish. You can get it for your parents or your homies or your kids. The lights are waterproof for that someone that you're with. We know you gonna shine, let us show them how you live. You really better glow, then we can show you what it is.
Yep, our guys, One Offs Plus, man. Check them out at oneoffsplus.com, man. They got the greatest gifts for any time of year, bro. I'm telling you, I got a couple lamps chilling in the office, in a couple of our bedrooms, in our living room, bro. They're just a nice accent pieces that can go with whatever. So, One Offs Plus, check them out. Dante, let's see. All right, we got somebody on the Twitch. I got out for Rasheed and Warren for CMC. I'm getting CMC. I have CD, Devontae, and Pittman, but I don't know if I'm giving too much. Ooh.
So he's trading Rasheed Rice and Tyler Warren for
C-Mac.
And he has CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm taking that trade. Then you got two of the top guys at running back and receiver there. I mean, I think that guy who's traded McCaffrey might be on the thought of this dude's might get hurt, might not finish out the season.
Full PPR, Jaylen Warren.
Oh, Jaylen Warren. Oh, I mean, Jaylen Warren, Tyler Warren. I put him in the same category there.
Okay. Rasheed and I like that even better actually because Tyler Warren's actually killing it right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, I would make that trade 100%. Let's just.
I'm assuming this guy must have a good second running back, and he needs some help, or he doesn't need McCaffrey. Maybe he needs some wide receiver help getting Rasheed there. So.
And if you can, go check the waivers to see if Brian Robinson is available. If you're getting C-Mac, you want to stash him just in case. He had that touchdown yesterday. He said the guy had Cook. Yeah. So, yeah, dude, I think that's a good trade, bro. I mean, C-Mac's been
honestly, I'm hitting accept before he changes his mind.
Yeah.
I think that's a great trade.
Go hit accept right now for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I mean, like San Francisco, man, they're gonna be in it. You got Purdy coming back. Is he gonna be better than Mac? I don't know.
Is he coming back? Did you see that they're pretty non-committal on when he's coming back?
Oh wait, he said someone drafted Brian. Hey, go buy low on Brian. Go give him some peanuts. See if you can get Brian Robinson.
Yeah, you can get him for nothing.
All right, yeah, man. Let's hop into the rest of these NFL games, man. Let's fly through those.
Do you want to go through the breaking news real quick here?
Yeah. Oh yeah, NFL breaking news. Might be.
So first, Giants fire head coach Brian Daboll. Trillo came in and said that was a year late. Weird one there. I like Brian Daboll. They gave him every chance, though. They had to let him go. Giants have lost 4 games when leading by 10 points in the fourth quarter. That's just not good enough. Also, interesting thing I saw, Jackson Dart's been evaluated for concussion 4 times this season already. So you got to protect yourself as a rookie quarterback. There's some rumors like the Bills might bring Daboll in as an advisor, kind of help them with things. I don't know if that'll necessarily happen or not, but what'd you think on Brian Daboll, his time with the Giants? Obviously, he had one good year with Daniel Jones, fell off a cliff the next year. Just couldn't really ever get the right guy for his type of offense. I thought Dart was that guy. They looked good. I don't know if you can blame them because they've had so many injuries this year too. Things look like they're kind of going the right direction. But you have to make a change after losing 4 points up by 10 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man. But you got to win. And then they've already dropped multiple fourth quarter leads, right? The thing that was kind of more crazy to me was they're deciding to keep rolling with that fucking dickhead of a GM, Joe Shaw.
Yeah, and now they're like confident in him leading the search for the new head coach. That's ridiculous.
It's like this seems like the perfect time to just start over. I think they have their franchise quarterback. I really do. I really do.
I agree.
Yeah, so real quick, Skeen says somebody dropped Brian Robinson, definitely finna pick him up. Yes, that is big dubs for you, bro.
Pick him up, accept the trade, boom.
He said, imagine the Giants with Malik and Scat. Yeah, dude.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I mean, like you got your 3 pieces, man. Dart, I picked him up in fantasy yesterday because I had Pat Mahomes on a bye, and I was thoroughly impressed. I mean, he runs the ball like Derrick Henry, but
one thing I'd want to really know, it'd be interesting to find out if the rumors were that Dable wanted Dart, right? So if Dable picked out Dart, if he was one that drafted Scatterboo, are they giving the GM the credit for these picks? I want to know who made these picks because pretty much all these rookies the Giants have been drafting have been working out. You know, Neighbors too was kind of like people were criticizing it at first and then it really panned out. So if Dable's the one making these decisions, I like that even more too. I think honestly, some rumors look for him maybe to go back to the college world. I saw some people saying Penn State could be in play. So we'll see what happens there, but I like Brian Dable. I'm not out on him by any means.
I do too. I think it's just a tough situation. I mean, those two New York franchises are just. I mean, the past few years it's been tough to get dubs. So
yes.
Yeah, we'll see. He'll land on his feet somewhere.
We talked about a little bit Joe Burrow returning to practice, so he's got 21 days to be activated off the IR. Bengals still in it, not out of it by any means. That division's wide open. That'll be fun to watch. Unfortunately, though, I don't think quarterback play is the reason the Bengals are losing. They're already scoring 49 points a game with Flacco, so I don't really know how much better you get just because Joe Burrow's back, which is crazy to say.
Yeah, I actually I just put in a claim for Joe Burrow. Somebody had dropped him today. So if somebody dropped Joe Burrow, you need a second quarterback. Go ahead and put a claim in for that man. I mean, he could help you in the fantasy playoffs. So I just don't know, man. Joe Flacco has looked so good, and they still can't win games, bro.
Yeah,
this defense is just a wet paper bag, dude. So I mean, I hope so. I hope so for fantasy purposes. I hope so for keeping up with the NFL. I hope somebody gives the Ravens a run for their money because the Ravens are coming back to that division.
Unless Joe Burrow's playing corner, they might be in trouble. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Big news. Something to watch.
Definitely. This one I really wanted to talk about. This was crazy. You sent this over today. Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton. He had successful surgery. Is that what it was? He got drug tested. They found elevated levels of HCG in his system, which led them to go to a doctor, basically find out he had testicular cancer, and then he had surgery, right, to have it removed.
Removed a cancerous tumor that, I mean, he played with on Thursday night.
9 tackles, leading tackler for the Broncos while he was dealing with all that. So crazy.
Look up definition of a dog in dictionary, DAWG. Yeah. You see Alex Singleton, you see Mac Jones. I mean, dude, I feel bad. I feel bad that we've come on this pod, we've ripped his ass, rightfully so. I mean, that's what we do on this being a sports podcast. But tough son of a gun, great guy, praying for the best.
So
speedy recovery.
He knew about it before the game and still wanted to play, which is just crazy.
Dog.
He said the only reason he actually even came out and said anything, he was going to kind of keep it on the DL, but he wanted everyone to just, as like a reminder, to get checked out there. So if he's like, everyone knows their body, your body. If something doesn't feel right, get it checked out. Definitely a little eye opener there because he's only 31, and you are right. There are some people that get on here and absolutely, not this pod necessarily, but on Twitter, that absolutely slander him. And I think he got a little bit different perspective now, knowing what's going on, and he's balling out 9 tackles with all that going on. So shout out to him.
Shout out Alex Singleton. Get well soon, bro.
Some other injury news. Jets Garrett Wilson out 3 to 4 weeks with the knee injury.
Looks like re-aggravated the same knee that he went out with, right? Is that what it's looking like?
Yep. I wonder if that's a little bit of a reason he wasn't traded too with all that going on.
It's a possibility. I mean, knee sprain. It's probably they rushed him back a little bit too soon. Why? Definitely. When you have Justin Fields throwing the football.
At the start of the second half of that game, he was negative passing yards, just like against the Broncos. So to have that happen twice in an NFL game or season is just bizarre.
It's crazy. Yeah, and real quick on that game, shout out to Breece Hall.
Yes,
I had made the trade a few weeks back, about a month ago. I traded Garrett Wilson straight up for Breece Hall. I needed a running back, and that's looking good, boys.
That's good value there. Cool story I saw today. Rob Gronkowski is going to sign a 1-day contract to retire as a Patriot. Love to see that.
Yeah.
Some interesting notes here. So Lions, Dan Campbell took over play calling this week in their win against Washington. And then now the Commanders, Dan Quinn's going to take over defensive play calling this week. The Lions, I think we can all agree, they've looked different this year without Ben Johnson. That offense just, if anything, the offensive line's improved. They didn't lose any weapons. The only thing they really lost was Ben Johnson, and you can tell that offense has kind of almost been night and day, just not the same. So Dan Campbell's calling plays. You love to see it. Probably super aggressive, if I had to guess. That game wasn't necessarily too close, so I don't know if it made that much of a difference. But some of these coaches, they're not letting their job be lost because they're gonna let someone else lose it for them. So, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it for our, our shares of that game. Week 14? We're going to Washington. So,
yeah,
I mean, that might be a little bit tougher, but I mean, we're going to be going against Mariota. No excuses.
Yep, no excuses. They play over in London this week, all pretty banged up, so that might be a tough game for the Commanders. But that was all the major NFL breaking news I had.
Some good stuff, bro. Some good stuff, Dante. That's what
crazy
I'm
week.
talking about.
Crazy week in NFL.
Crazy week. What do you think about potentially Matt Stafford winning the MVP, dude? Another 4-week four passing touchdowns this week. Again, this guy that's just what he does. Throws touchdowns.
Yeah, so let me pull it up here. I saw NFL MVP odds. Do you know who the favorite is right now?
It's got to be. If it's not Stafford, it's Jonathan Taylor, right?
I want to say it was Drake May on one of the books that I was looking at, which is crazy. Yeah. Okay. So Drake May plus 275, Matthew Stafford plus 300 in second, Patrick Mahomes third plus 500, and then Jonathan Taylor plus 600. Sam Darnold plus 1,000. I think he should be a little bit higher up there.
He's been playing good. He had kind of a rough game, even though it was a blowout against the Cardinals.
Yeah,
I mean, he had two passing touchdowns, I believe.
Yeah, I would say if I had to vote today, I'd probably give it to Stafford over Drake May. I think the Patriots are just like when they win games, it's more of a complete team effort. I mean, Travion Henderson had 175 yards, but Stafford, they're putting the ball in his hands, and that team runs where he goes. So
yeah,
he's looked good. And how old is he? Like he's got to be what 41?
He might be 38 or 39.
Dude, he just doesn't fall off the ledge like everyone keeps
well, we
thinking.
thought everybody thought he was this year. I mean, there was reports that he was dealing with back issues already before the season started. I know that's what I was scared in a lot of leagues to take Puka Nacua, to take Devonta Adams.
37.
37. Oh, wow. So younger than – look at us.
Yeah. He's got 5 years left at this rate.
Yeah, he looks great. You love to see it. You want to run through some NFL games real quick? Some recap?
Yeah.
What you got for me?
First game of the day, Falcons 25, Colts 31. In Germany, Colts win in overtime. Jonathan Taylor, 244 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, absolutely dominated. I've talked about it before. My brother's a diehard Falcons fan, so I had eyes on this game. We are talking halftime, quarter updates. He knew the whole time the Falcons were going to lose, so nothing surprising there. Drake London did score 2, but the Colts, credit to them, there's just something about teams that can win games. In Germany, no one would have blinked if they'd have lost and be like, whatever, they'd have traveled overseas. It is what it is. The Falcons aren't really that bad of a team. No, they pull it out. They get the win, so shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, hey, actually, like an exciting international game for once, man.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
I woke up early with the baby, and I was like, "Hey, man, let's park our asses. Let's watch some football." Michael Penix, man, I don't know. I don't know about Michael Penix. Bad day fantasy wise for Bijan. You had Tyler Algier, Vulture, 2 touchdowns from him. But if you have Drake May on your fantasy team, especially in full PPR, dude's a monster. And whoever has Jonathan Taylor, I know you have him in one league. He's looking like if you can make your way into the playoffs, he is the league winner for this year.
Yeah, I will say the Colts definitely, they know their weakness. That defense needs to be sharpened up a little bit. They kind of give up a lot of points, even that Broncos game. But let me ask you this. So if you plugged in Bo Nix to the Falcons and Penix to the Broncos, what do you think? Who do you think has better weapons, basically, Falcons or Broncos?
Well, Falcons, hands down.
Right.
But I think the Broncos have a worse record if it's Penix behind there.
100%. Like
center, you know,
I would definitely think London over Sutton and Rob Bijan over JK's an upgrade.
Pitts over Troutman.
That Falcons offense theoretically, and really, I mean, they scored 25 points. It's not horrible, but their defense is also awful. Their coach can't be trusted. They're on the no bet list for the Falcons for sure. But so yeah, close one there in Germany. We talked about this one a little bit. Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins end up just annihilating the Buffalo Bills, 30-13. A-Chain had 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. Waddle had 5 receptions, 84 yards, and a touchdown as well. Bills 3 turnovers. I had eyes on this game. I just thought the whole time, Bills will come back, and Dolphins just kept scoring. So did you? I don't know if you saw this game at all, but crazy.
Yeah, no, I did too, and I owe Mike McDaniel a huge apology because I thought he was going to get canned after that Cleveland Browns loss, and no, his players just continue to keep playing for him, man. So if they can go on a run here, they got Washington next week, I think, in Madrid. Take care of business there, win a couple games here. You know, I mean, maybe he keeps his job, which is crazy to think about a couple weeks ago.
I think it's more likely than not that he does keep his job. And again, I think it's like the patience thing. He's a young first-time coach too, so he's still learning and working through things too. But you can't discredit what you've seen. They've made the playoffs under him, which is huge. I just think Tua's got to get it figured out a little bit more. He's kind of just inconsistent.
If they go another year with Mike McDaniel, I can only imagine like he's got to be picking a quarterback at some point in the draft.
I think Tua's his guy, which is kind of the problem. I don't think he wants to give up on that train. So we'll see there. But shocking result, especially the Bills just beat the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, right before last week. Yep, the Super Bowl.
You know, maybe there's something to that there. But next game, Giants 20, Bears 24. As we talked about, Giants blew another 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams starting to find his own. Bears get their 6th win of the season. Ben Johnson's looking good. What do you think about the Bears? Are they a contender out there in the NFC North?
I still don't believe it. But I do believe in Caleb more than JJ right now. You know, so I mean, it's still. We'll see what happens with this Packers game. What's the score, real quick?
10-7. Packers have got the ball with 3rd and 10 with 2 minutes left. Let's see what happens here. Jordan Love. Oh, it's going to be 4th and 2. That's a good game. 4th and 2. They're about midfield.
Jordan Love reminds me so much of Trevor Lawrence. Like, just like, I don't know, like the way they
minus
play.
the hair.
Like, yeah, I'm just like, God, dude, when watching that fumble earlier tonight, I'm just like, this is Trevor Lawrence. Remind me what game we were on. Sorry. Turnover on downs.
If there's a flag, let's see. It looks like holding here, but yeah, Bears, Giants. Oh, and Jackson Dart left the game with a concussion too. We talked about that. Yeah. Russell Wilson coming in and fumbling the game away.
Yeah, I will say Jackson Dart, he has all the respect from me. I think he can be a franchise quarterback. So if you're a Giants fan, I know it's been shitty, but I think you guys have your guy. You get Malik back, get Scatabo back, add some more weapons around him, and you guys are going to be all right. Get the right coach, though.
Yeah,
And Bears, real quick, Caleb Williams, absolute piss missile for an arm, dude. Seeing some of those throws, I'm like, Jesus.
He does have an arm.
He had 2 drop touchdowns in the end zone, too.
You know they've got hope. 6-3. Things are looking good in Chicago for the first time in a long time. Next game here, Ravens 27, Vikings 19. Ravens kicked 4 field goals in this one to win it. Shout out Justice Hill, 1 yard on 1 carry for 1 touchdown. Completely sniped Derrick Henry, all the fantasy owners out there. Lamar, I mean, 176 yards passing and 1 touchdown, nothing crazy. McCarthy, a couple interceptions. Ravens just kind of controlled this game the whole time. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
From what I saw.
Justice Hill, absolutely
Yeah.
ruining my parlay. Last leg, just needed Derrick Henry. You can't make it up.
Dude, Derrick Henry has not been the lock he normally is on the touchdown scorer this year. He almost can't be trusted. Every time we bet on him, he doesn't get in.
I'm still trying to buy low on Derrick Henry if I can.
I agree. We talked about this one a little bit. Browns 20, Jets 27. Justin Fields 6 for 11, 54 yards and 1 interception. Awful. Breece Hall 21 carries, 83 yards, and then he had reception touchdown as well.
43-yard touchdown reception.
Yep, 43-yard.
Yeah.
Jets scored on defense and special teams with a fumble recovery and a punt return. So kind of a whole team there. Won despite Justin Fields' QB play. But again, that's the Browns. What are they doing? What are we doing? I mean, Gabriel had 2 touchdowns, whatever. Why are they going to just keep touting him out there?
Did you see Stefanski said today? Dylan Gabriel is our quarterback moving forward. So it's just
he says it every week.
He hates Shedeur. He hates Shedeur.
Does.
That's just what it is.
I don't get what's going on there. The Browns, they're just, I don't know. Jerry Jeudy, though, he showed up 78 yards and a touchdown this week. So, I mean, Gabriel, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 for 32. So that's not a good stat line. 50% completion rating. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think at some point, where this team's going nowhere. You got to take a look and see what you got in Shedeur. I mean, you can go back and forth for all I care. I really don't give a shit, but give Shedeur a chance.
At least you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You had eyes on this game. You said I did too. It was a good one. Patriots 28 at Buccaneers 23. Henderson 147 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Mayfield 273 yards, 3 touchdowns. Your boy Igbuka 115 yards and a touchdown. Big boo. The Drake May MVP favorite. 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. I mean, I thought all game the Bucs were going to pull it off, and same thing. The Patriots just did not quit.
Well, you have those 2 long touchdowns by Travion Henderson. What if you don't have those
game changers?
If you don't have those, what does that game look like? Look, I don't know, man. You look at who the Patriots have played. And how can you put him? I just don't understand how he can be the favorite for MVP. I know he's playing great. I know he beat the Bills. Dolphins just beat the Bills. So it's something to look at the rest of the season. I saw that they have the easiest rest of season schedule as well. So
yes,
he's going to be right up until the end unless he completely falls on his face.
I know you talk about the blame pie. Who gets more credit? If we talk about the credit pie, I got to give most of it to Vrabel, dude. I think he's such a good coach, and like you can't really point to one. Honestly, the Patriots have worse playmakers than the Broncos do. I mean, Stephon Diggs out there. Come on, they don't really have anybody, and their offense is electric. They have. Is it Josh McDaniels calling the plays? He's the offensive coordinator, revived out of nowhere. The defense plays well. Shout out to Mike Vrabel doing some good things down there.
Yeah, he was my pick for Coach of the Year.
He was. He was.
He's
good, man.
Dude's a great fucking coach. I mean, he's right. I mean, Steichen's got to be up there too. We got to check the odds, but
yeah.
I mean, you see what that team starts to look like when Daniel Jones starts playing like Daniel Jones.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. But any game that Jonathan Taylor gives you 3 touchdowns, that was his 5th game this season with 3 touchdowns. That is
crazy.
Diabolical.
Crazy.
Diabolical.
Thank God I got him on my fantasy team.
My God.
Not the game of the week. Saints 17, Panthers 7. NFC South. These games are always toss-ups. Doesn't matter what the records are. Tyler Shuck, 19 for 27, 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's getting comfortable. Rookie looking good. Olave had a good game. Dowdle, again, 18 carries. He's obviously the lead back there. He had a touchdown in the first quarter. Then the Panthers just didn't do anything the rest of the game. I'm just going to chalk this up to NFC South football. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that Saints offense has the potential to be a lot better with Shuck. I mean, look for Jawan Johnson if you need a tight end. He had 19 PPR points. They ship out Shaheed, more targets for Olave and Johnson. So if you need a tight end, or if you want to go buy Olave, you probably could do that. I don't know if the price would be too high, but Saints offense looking better, so that's more encouraging for fantasy, at least for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Kamara 83 yards too. So if you're looking for a running back out there, he hasn't found the end zone much, which has kind of hurt him, but he's got the productivity and the touches, that's for sure.
Yep, buy low.
Craziest game of the weekend. Jaguars 29, Texans 36. Texans scored 26 points in the fourth quarter to win here.
Broncos were getting shit for pulling off that win against Davis Mills. Am I correct?
Yeah, and Davis Mills came out and had 292 yards and 2 touchdowns. He looked really good. The Jaguars, you can't give up 26 points in the fourth quarter. What are we doing? I mean, that's Trilobet's Jags right there. They find ways to win games crazy, and they find ways to lose games crazy too.
That just means you're a bad football team, right? I can't do. Trevor Lawrence is not him. He's not. He's just. I can't stand Trevor Lawrence. I'm getting rid of him in one of my fantasy leagues just because I'm pulling like similar to what that league mate that you said that where you dropped Nico Collins.
Yeah.
I can't have this guy on my squad anymore.
Just get him
I don't even want to look at him.
Yeah, crazy game. I mean, if they do hold on to win that game, they're sitting at 6-3. But really, I think all those teams are just playing for a wild card spot. No one's catching the Colts at this point, anyways. So we'll see what happens. But a nice little win by the Texans without CJ Stroud for sure. There. Okay, now we go to the afternoon games. Afternoon, I hope you got some yard work done, rake some leaves, because these were all sleepers. Seahawks 44, Cardinals 22. Brissett, again, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns. McBride, 127 yards and a touchdown. These Seahawks, if you remember, they were my NFC West pick, 7-2. They're looking good. Sam Darnold, not the best game, but he's winning games over there.
Me and Trillo Bats almost laughed you out the studio, bro.
You did. I got the clip.
No, dude, you were right, bro. You were right. Great call by you. I mean, Sam Darnold still like didn't have. They had 2 defensive scores at the beginning of the game, so you know they go up 28-0, I think, or something like that, or was it? It was more.
Yeah, it was. They had 35. Was it 38-0 at halftime or 38-7 at halftime? I think. Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm trying to look when the Seahawks and the Rams play because that's going to be
next week.
This week, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's going to be a huge game.
Huge. Yeah, I mean that division's looking crazy, but I'm still taking the Rams over the Seahawks just because of the quarterback.
Yeah,
I like. I mean, you put up JSN and Puka Nacua. Okay, that could be a wash. You have Devontae Adams. What are the Seahawks doing with their running backs? For the love of God, you have Kenneth Walker, who is absolutely getting no love. It's
Charbonnet led. Yeah, he had 14 carries, 83 yards. I mean, Kenneth Walker, he hasn't lived up to the hype. I feel like. Do you remember he coming out of college? He was like, wasn't he in Heisman talk when his senior year at college? I just feel like he hasn't lived up to and correct me if I'm wrong. He had like an ACL or a knee injury as a rookie. So sometimes these dudes just never bounce back after that. I don't know. I don't think he's really done enough to just prove he's the back in that backfield though for me. So I can't blame them for going to Charbonnet and some of these other guys they're bringing in to compete with them.
Yeah, these offenses have been so fucking good. Prepare for a 13-10 stinker next week.
yes, 100%. Speaking of, Rams 42, 49ers 26. Mac Jones 33 for 39, 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he didn't lose him the game by any means. Corinne Williams had 73 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Stafford, obviously, MVP talks. The Rams, they're just a wagon on offense. They are hard to stop. And the defense is, talk about like underrated dudes making names for themselves. This Rams defense, they've fully gone to Super Bowl, rebuilt, retooled, and are back within our eyes. I mean, this is everything the Broncos wanted to do after 15. They've done it. I mean, remember 2 years ago that Sean McVay was like going to retire because the team was going to be so bad and this and that. Here they are. Shout out to the Rams. They look really good. That's a team and shout out to Sam, Titans fan Sam. Week 1, so that was his Super Bowl pick was the Rams, and I laughed it off. I laughed it off.
That is looking good. Shout out to our boy. Shout out to our boy, Mr. First Down. Yeah, man. They look great. They're a fun team to watch. I got some shares. in 2 of my money leagues. Puka in one league, Kyron in the other. So I'm kind of keeping eyes on those guys. But yeah, man, when Matt Stafford's playing like he's playing in that defense, like you said, a bunch of no name guys, like really like no household names, and they're out there just making plays, man. So it'll be interesting to see how that division does down the fold.
Yeah, Seahawks Rams gonna be a big one. Shout out Trilla Betts Super Bowl pick. Commanders losing 22-44 to the Lions. Like we talked about, Dan Campbell calling plays. Jared Goff looked a lot better. 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. J-Mo, 120 yards and a touchdown. The Lions found their rhythm with Dan Campbell calling plays. And if that's what the shakeup they needed, I'm all in on this Lions team. I'm not giving up on them. I still think they're going to win that division. The Packers, they're going to lose this game. It's Hail Mary time right here. 5 seconds left. We're about to get a Jordan Love Hail Mary. I'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, Commanders, they're hurt and old. I think their season's about donezo.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's unfortunate because it comes to with all the injuries with Jaden Daniels, right? So yeah, that's unfortunate. I think they'll bounce back, but we said we didn't like this roster. We said that they were, we didn't trust it. So shout out to Crew Talk Sports for that one. But Lions are legit. Too many weapons.
Phil for our boy Von Miller, ring chasing out there, not looking like any rings are coming this year.
Should have came home.
Yep. Okay, 64-yard. So Packers did a little dump off to the sideline to gain a few yards here. 64-yard game-winning field goal by Brandon McManus, and it is was it blocked? Shanked? The kick went 10 yards and 100 yards left.
Holy
cow! The Packers lose 5-3-1 now, with losses to the Panthers and the Browns, and the Eagles moved to 7-2 with loss to the Broncos.
What was the final score?
10-7.
Oh wow!
10-7.
Another one.
So are we out? We're out in the Eagles, right? For only scoring 10 points. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Real quick in fantasy, dude, in one of our leagues, I was down 24 points, and he had Jalen Hurts playing.
Oh.
And I pulled out the dub, boys.
How many points did Hurts get?
He got 15 in this league.
Okay. They're showing the kick now. I don't know what happened. I mean, shout out our boy Brandon McManus. This looked like a Crenshaw punt. Yeah, I think he just shanked it.
Good Lord.
In Lambeau, too. That's a big win for the Eagles there.
The downfall of Brandon McManus needs to be studied.
Getting frisky on the plane. Last game last night, we talked about it a little bit too. Chargers 25, Steelers 10. Chargers sitting at 7-3. They're right in the mix here in this division. Your boy Vidal, 95 yards and a touchdown. I think I saw Amari Hampton's close to coming back too.
Yeah, you saw him out on the wrong one. Sorry. You saw him out on the field without a boot on.
Yes.
So, yeah, there it is. Look at that. That is just glorious. Oh my God. Dude, I found myself like when the game started, I'm like, please, I wanted the Steelers to win, obviously, because it helps the Broncos. But then as the game was going on, I'm like, I cannot stand Aaron Rodgers, dude. I can't stand him.
Yeah, this has got to be the last year. I mean, I don't even know what his stat line was. Did he do bad?
I don't know.
16 for 31, a touchdown and 2 picks. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Jaylen Warren, 70 yards. Did he have? No. Roman Wilson had a touchdown. Yeah, just tough game for the Steelers. I don't really know what to say. That offense stinks. The defense stinks. Chargers, they're getting healthy, which is scary. They're still right in the mix of things for sure. You got to watch the Chargers. They're a scary team.
Yeah, they're like borderline fraudulent, where they lose the games they shouldn't. But it sounds a lot like us, honestly.
Dude, they are. I put them in the same category.
So, yeah, I agree with you, man. I'll still like our chances to take care of the other one, split with the Chargers, split with the Chiefs, and hopefully sweep the Raiders. But,
got to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about the Chargers.
But that does it for NFL week. What is it? Week 10. This year is flying by. We're getting ready for the playoffs here. The only thing we didn't talk about too, I wanted to just touch on is all the stuff. Shout out to the Broncos for doing a little bit of moment of silence. The Cowboys, just tough deal with Marshawn Nealon, rest in peace. I don't know if you saw that. The Cowboys were on a bye this week, but he had a touchdown in the game before, and then everything goes down with him. So they're going to do some stuff to honor him for their game next week. I don't know who the Cowboys play, but
the Raiders Monday night
night versus the Raiders. Yep. Shout that. Speaking of the Cowboys, I was gonna tell you this little quick stat. So the Broncos shut down Ferguson and then now Bowers. Have they fixed their tight end woes? Remember, every week is like, oh man, tight ends are gonna put up 1,000 yards on us. Two of the better tight ends in the league, Denver's Tufunga's kind of been on them, shutting them down a little bit. That's another thing I was just gonna mention with that Chargers. They like to use the tight end a lot, so there's some things you gotta just give Denver credit for that they are slowly but surely fixing too.
Well, especially after that Giants game where I think there was 2 touchdowns to
Theo
tight
Johnson
ends in that game.
Yes.
So yeah, dude. I mean, it's always been a thorn in the side for the Broncos, and I mean, Jake Ferguson, he was up until that game the hottest tight end in football, and he was the number 1 tight end in fantasy before that game. And then to follow it up with Brock Bowers, I know we give up that catch. It was a pretty good catch, but after that, no more. So definitely gonna have to come with your lunch. I mean, Kelsey's still old, still getting older, but I mean, he's shown that he can produce. So
yes,
still got to come with your lunch, man. So we're looking with Sternad and Greenlaw.
Yeah,
starting. Okay.
And I think, am I crazy? Drew Sanders is gonna be back this year, right? He'll be back.
I don't know. I thought I saw something today that he needed a second opinion on one of his new injuries.
Okay.
So it's probably not.
He can't get on the field. He can't get on the field. You hate to see it.
No.
That's all the NFL though I had. Unless you had anything else from the weekend.
Yeah, no, that's all I got. Do you got any college football for us before we get on out of here?
I know we're running a little long. Let me go quick here. College football game of the weekend for sure. Penn State, Indiana. Indiana wins 27-24 at Penn State. So tough environment to play in. I don't know. Did you see this game at all? Did you have eyes on it?
I did not see the Penn State game.
Probably the college football play of the year. Omar Cooper had this crazy catch back of the end zone to take the lead. Seconds left. Absolutely insane. Like we talked about, sometimes good teams just find ways to win games, and that's what this was here. So Indiana stays live. They're 10-0. Texas A&M, number 3 in the nation, beats Missouri, number 22, 38-17. So they're rolling. They're setting up for a huge matchup with Texas at the end of the year. Alabama beats LSU. This game's notable because your boy Nussmeier was benched in the third quarter. So he was Heisman favorite to bench. Crazy.
He was benched in my college fantasy league a month ago. I just couldn't do it. So
LSU's a mess.
Is he injured or
there's rumors he's been playing hurt? Who knows what's going on? Obviously, they fired Brian Kelly, the coach, so who knows what's going on there?
It's
crazy.
It hasn't been good enough. Crazy. I took him in the second round of my college fantasy football draft. Just diabolical.
That's a Jamarcus Russell LSU bust quarterback right there. Georgia smacks Mississippi State 41-21. College game day, number 8 Texas Tech, number 7 BYU. Texas Tech smashes them 29-7. Both ACC teams, Virginia and Louisville, lose to unranked teams, Cal and Wake Forest. Vandy, they keep chugging 45-38 over Auburn. That pretty much does it for college football. Wisconsin upsets Washington. But, craziness. There's only 3 weeks left in college football. Oh, I'll touch on real quick. Did you watch CU at all? Did you see Juju make his debut?
I didn't, so you need to fill me in.
So CU loses still to West Virginia. Juju looked good, though. Let me see if I can find the stat line real quick here.
It's about time. It's about time. It's way too late putting that kid in.
Yeah, I mean, in today's transfer portal era, I don't know. Crazy thing, though, that people forget about him, myself included, is that he's actually supposed to be a senior in high school this year. So he skipped his senior year to go to CU. So I think Deion just being very careful there. But he had a touchdown. CU just not good enough all around. They had some turnovers. They couldn't capitalize on them. couple fumbles. He looked good though. I saw a lot of Bucs fans were like pretty hopeful about the future and CU with him at quarterback. But for me, I don't ever get hopeful because he could leave tomorrow and into the transfer portal. So you just never know. It's so hard to look ahead in college football because this dude could be playing at Georgia next year before we can even blink. CU is officially eliminated from bowl contention. Deion Sanders has a losing record. So Juju was 25 or 22 for 35, 2 touchdowns and 299 yards. So for your first start, we'll take that all day. He looked pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. And hopefully, do you think he sticks around?
I don't know.
What if there's no Prime?
It's hard to say.
I know it's shitty.
I think honestly, you're better off keeping Prime. I think if he leaves, things get really bad really quick. I think he's gonna take it one more year. I think Juju, he's had to have known the situation. I feel like him and Prime are pretty open with each other about what's going on. So I think he does stay. I think you try and bring some guys in. Apparently, CU's problem has been a lot of these portal guys just are not working out. So then, like I mentioned last episode, now they're losing some recruits. So it's kind of a slippery slope here. But frustrating game. They should have and could have won this game. I can count 3-4 games this year where that's the thing. They should have and could have won the games. So we could be looking and talking about a completely different CU situation right here. But if you can't win games, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, agreed with you. Agree with you. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the Sideline Podcast, man. They were the ones that put together this Campus to Canton fantasy football league that you have. It's a college fantasy football league, which was absolutely too much fun. My wife absolutely wants to murder me because now I'm checking lineups on Saturdays. But we are entering the playoffs right now. I want to give a shout out to the teams in the playoffs. You got your boy, dude, Dante. Your boy finished 10-1.
Ooh,
just absolute unit. Which means I'm going to be a first round exit probably.
I'm going to take 5% credit because you were throwing me some texts that draft weekend. Hey, who should I get here? So I'm going to take 5% credit, and I'm going to ride your squad with you throughout the playoffs. So you got to let me know. You got to lock in.
Yes, no, I'll send you my squad, and you can help me set the lineup. So we're the 1 seed. We got a first round bye.
Let's go.
So our boy Tyler, he's a Colts fan, but he's number 2 seed. He's got a bye. So the 4 teams remaining, we got Dak and my boy Matt Grajeda playing, and then we got Gerald in the playoffs.
I was going to ask how G Money did. What's his record looking like?
Gerald in the playoffs. Let's see. He went 5-6. Wow. Sneaks into the playoffs. But he's got Kevin Showalter, one of the creators of this whole league. So we'll see how that goes.
This is that this is like when the FCS team sneaks in the college football playoff. That's exactly what it is here. So thoughts and prayers to Gerald this weekend.
Right. I'm looking at he's the only one in the playoffs with a losing record. So, but hey, that could be a dangerous team right there. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. So shout out Kevin Showalter, shout out Jared Booker. The show was a lot of fun. If somebody drops out, we need our boy Dante in there.
I'm in there. We're gonna kick someone out. That's just all there is to it. We're gonna have to demote them, like they relegate them like they do in European soccer. You're done. But yeah, a lot of college football coming up this weekend. We'll break down next show. A couple good games going this weekend. But that's everything I had for college football.
Nice, man. Yeah, well, hey, man, it was a fun Monday. I feel a lot better about the Broncos, and I'm glad you do too. After we have a couple of days to digest, sit down, watch some football, watch these other divisional games that were just blowouts, dude. So it could be a lot worse for us, man. So any Broncos fans out there listening, man, let's just we're on to the Chiefs, and let's see how we look.
The Chiefs.
Yeah. So we'll see you Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be back 8 p.m. Hopefully we'll have Trillo Hunts back. Hopefully you'll be back from the wilderness. You got anything else, Dante?
No, great show. Great weekend. Never apologize for a win. Just shout out to our YouTube. If you can go over there and subscribe, give us a shout. TikTok, we got some funny videos over there, but just make sure you're liking, following, subscribing to the crew. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely need the YouTube subscribers. We were late to the game, but now we're getting it going. So yeah, shout out YouTube. But all right, man. Dante, till next time, my boy.
Peace.